traveling the Caribbean. Our athleticism always bonded us. Between soccer, softball, running, and sharing cute workout outfits, we were a great team. Lucy, I wanted you to find a man who not only loved you, but really liked you. I wanted you to know the comfort of someone you could count on and lean on. I wanted to see you laugh, cared for, celebrated, and adored. I wanted to see you happy. Thank you. I look at you and Dave today and feel so proud and so grateful because I know you found where you belong. You found love. Dave, I couldn't ask for a better brother. Between your love for reality TV and cable dramas and your great sense of humor, you're awesome. Lucy, I will forever be your sister, but today, Dave is now your partner to take on the world with. Me, Leanne, and Lindsay, along with every person in this room, we are your team. It's okay. Your future together is so bright, but there will be days where it's going to rain on your head, but know that we will be there holding your umbrella. The adventures we have shared have been the greatest of my life, but little sister, new brother, hold on to your hats because they are nothing compared to the joys and kids and new homes and dinner parties and little league games and carpools and holidays that life has to offer. I love you. I love you. This is the greatest wedding day ever.
Just so everyone knows, they shouldn't have gave me this thing. A lot of people probably don't know me. My name is Spencer. I've been friends with Dave for a really long time. I'm not made of many words, so I'm going to try to keep it short. First, I just want to take time to thank Brian Groom for letting me be up here today. Second, I'm very happy to see this couple married today. It's been a long time coming. Third, for most of those married couples out there, I'm sure you can probably agree, but when we heard them say I do, it's probably the last time they'll ever agree on something. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pass this over to Matt for a second, okay?
All right, thank you. Before I get started, I would like to get a round of applause for how beautiful Lucy looks today. How about Dave, actually, too? No? Okay, all right, so my name's Matt Middleton. I'm 1/3 of the best man. I'm not gonna lie, I've been to 5 weddings previously, and I've always just been the usher. So I felt pretty good about it, at least being 1/3 of the best man. Except today, I showed up, and James McPherson is the goddamn priest. So 2 weeks ago, Dave was telling me that I am doing a speech at the wedding. And I'm not gonna lie, I've never done this before, so I'm a little nervous. So I did what anybody else would do nowadays. I turned to the internet. I watched hours and hours of video. I got multiple viruses on my computer, and I never found any best man speeches. So I decided the best idea for me would be to tell a story. Now, I know normally people tell a story about how when the groom and them were out wasted doing crazy, stupid stuff, but honestly, that's not me. I don't even know most of those stories. When Dave was out getting drunk, I was at home with my family. I was studying for the big test. I was working late. So I'm gonna tell a story about when Dave gave back to the community. 6 years ago, Dave called me and he asked me to play our coach NFL youth flag football. It was crazy that we coached NFL youth flag football considering The only experience we had between the two of us was that Dave played backup wide receiver in high school, and I only had Saturdays off work. So we coached children that were about 7, 8 years old. One day, we were practicing at Laurel Park with all the kids there, and there was this little kid named Jacob. And Jacob was probably the smallest kid on the team. He had glasses, nerdy looking, and honestly, he must have drinking 42 Gatorades that day because he went to the bathroom about 9 times. So So me being the defensive coordinator, I got stuck taking him to the bathroom every time. So practice ended that day. All the parents came, picked up their kids, except for Jacob's parents. They were running late that day. We're all standing around the parking lot. Jacob turns to us and says he needs to go to the bathroom again. By this time, I'm done. I'm burnt out on this. I told Dave, you're taking him. Now, there was 2 things that Dave did not know what was going on that day. Number 1, the park bathroom was closed. So I was having Jacob pee on the wall behind the building. Number 2, Jacob was one of those kids that whenever he did pee, he would pull his pants down around his ankles to pee. So Dave takes Jacob behind the building. While Dave and Jacob are behind the building, Jacob's parents finally arrive. They're sitting there waiting for their son to come back. And Jacob comes around the building. While he's coming around the building, his pants are still around his ankles. No. Jacob starts pulling them up, and then you see Dave following him. So naturally, the parents look appalled at this point. They look at me, they look at Dave, they look back at me, and all I can do... But long story short, Jacob never showed back up at practice after that. But that's all for the story. Now, truthfully, I've known Dave for about 9 years, and he is a great guy. He's picked me up in the middle of the night when I was straining, and God knows where. He's gotten me jobs, and I can say Dave is probably one of the funniest guys I've ever met. Now, before 2 weeks ago, I haven't seen Dave in about 9 months. But the thing with me, Dave, Spencer, is any time apart, it seems like we haven't left off. We start hanging out, and we start making the same stupid jokes that we were before 9 months ago. But like I said, I've known Dave a long time. He's definitely the happiest guy, the happiest he's ever been with Lucy, and I'm really happy for you both. And I know you will make a great married couple. But honestly, I have to see Dave Warren. I'm gonna come to your house at night in Illinois. I'm gonna watch your TV. I'm gonna eat your food. I'm gonna sleep in your bed. Just to let you know, my jammies tend to fall off in the middle of the night. But I'm gonna hand it off to Spencer here. Good segue.
All right, I'm gonna go a little different route here. I was gonna tell some brief stories about the time with David that I've had, but I realized the only stories I've had are probably really inappropriate for the given setting, so I'm gonna skip all of those. Instead of telling the stories, you all probably know Dave's a party animal, so like I said, I don't need to tell those stories. I met Dave 12 years ago, and over the years, David didn't become only but one of my best friends. He became my brother. You know, we've shared a lot of memories and laughs and tears and everything like that, so I think that's important for everyone to know. We shared many memories, but today we just shared another one that we can discuss someday, wearing Hugh Hefner robes and discussing weather like old men do. We've met a lot of people and forgot plenty of others throughout the years of our friendship, but I think it's important to note that the first time I heard Dave speak about Lucy, there was a twinkle in his eye. It was when he said her name that his face kind of lit up, and I knew things were going to be different, things were going to be special. So, Then I met Lucy and found out she was pretty cool, like Dave kept gloating about. Dave and I lived together for quite some time before he had really spoken about Lucy. And let me tell you what, I went from living with a man to living with a giddy little schoolgirl. So I just thought I should note that. I had the opportunity to live with both Lucy and Dave for a brief short time. However, in the short time, I can tell you this. I saw this couple evolve from a new love to what I believe can be an eternal love. And I guess that being said, I just want to give you guys a toast, okay? So if everyone at this time would raise their glasses. Before I give this toast, Matt and I would just like to give one piece of advice. I'd like you two to keep your fights clean.
And I want you to keep your sex dirty. To Dave and Lucy.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, get your cameras ready. The first dance is now.